You know, artificial intelligence is changing just about everything, and it's happening so fast it can make your head spin. But behind all that digital magic, there's a hidden cost we need to talk about, a massive and growing appetite for energy.
And that brings us to the big question, really the core of this whole explainer. As we build these amazing tools, are we accidentally creating an energy crisis? To put it simply, is the future of AI actually sustainable? Let's dive in.
I love this quote from our source material. It calls data centers veritable ogres of electricity. That's such a powerful way to put it, right? It just perfectly captures the problem. AI, in its current form, is incredibly hungry, and that hunger is putting a serious strain on our power grids.
So, to really get a handle on this problem and the incredible solution that's emerging, here's our game plan. We'll start with AI's huge energy appetite. Then we'll introduce a really promising hybrid solution, break down how it works, look at some spectacular results, and finally, talk about what this all means for a more sustainable future in tech.
All right, first up, let's try to get our heads around the scale of this problem. Just how hungry are these ogres anyway?
The number here is just staggering. We're not talking about a little bump. Just in the United States, the electricity that data centers use is projected to double in the very near future. Think about that. That creates this huge tension, not just for the environment, but also economically for our entire power infrastructure.
Okay, so that's the challenge. But there's good news. A really promising new path is opening up. It's a hybrid approach, and it's called neuro-symbolic AI. So what is neuro-symbolic AI? Well, at its heart, it's a hybrid. Think of it like getting the best of both worlds. It combines the powerful pattern-finding ability of neural networks with the kind of structured, rule-based thinking of symbolic logic. Now, it's really important to know where this tech is meant to be used. This isn't for your average chatbot. No, neuro-symbolic AI is specifically built for robotics, for machines that have to see, move, and actually interact with the physical world around them.
So how does this best of both worlds combo actually work in practice? Let's break it down a bit.
So, on one side, you have statistical learning. That's what most of us think of as AI today, right? It just churns through insane amounts of data to find patterns and make predictions. But on the other side, you've got symbolic reasoning. This is more like how a person thinks. It uses logical rules and abstract ideas to figure out the best way forward. And this is where it gets really clever. Instead of just guessing based on data, the AI identifies its goal, applies rules it already knows, like, basic physics about an object's shape or stability, and then deduces the most direct action. And the crucial part is that last step. Because it has a plan, it completely avoids that super wasteful process of just random trial and error.
What this really does is add a layer of what you and I would call common sense. And here's the big insight. By stopping the AI from trying millions of ridiculous options, it dramatically cuts down on wasted energy. Not only does this make it more accurate, but it also makes its decisions transparent. We can actually look at the logic it used to get to the answer.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic in theory, but what happens when you actually put it to the test? Well, the results are, to put it mildly, spectacular.
So researchers tested this hybrid system with a classic challenge, the Tower of Hanoi puzzle. If you've never seen it, it's a task that needs planning, logic, and really precise movements. Basically, the perfect test for a robotics AI.
The results were, well, they were incredibly clear. As you can see right here, the neuro-symbolic AI had a much higher success rate than the old-school, purely data-driven models. It wasn't just a little bit better, it was a lot better.
But hold on, because this is the real headline. This is the number that changes the whole game. The hybrid AI wasn't just more successful, it did all that while using up to 100 times less energy. No, that's not a typo. 100 times more efficient. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a massive leap. It makes complex robotic tasks that were just too energy hungry to even think about suddenly possible.
So what does a breakthrough like this mean for the big picture? Well, it points us toward a future of much smarter, much more frugal technology.
And let's be real, this matters a lot in the real world. This could take a huge amount of pressure off our electrical grids. It could open up brand new possibilities in robotics that we couldn't tackle before. And maybe most importantly, it gives us a real path to slash the carbon footprint of our digital lives, all while getting better results.
All of which leaves us with this final, big question. By combining the raw power of machine learning with the elegance of logic, have we finally found the key to a smarter, more efficient, and truly sustainable new era of technology? From where I'm standing, it sure looks like it.